Hello, friends and family. Today I'd like to talk about listening to your body. I'm Jen, and today and every day we talk about my quest to crush aggressive diffuse large B-cell lymphoma, DLBCL stage 4, and we're using the R-EPOCH immunotherapy chemotherapy to crush Non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Thank you so much for joining me on the journey today. So let's get into it with a quote. If you listen to your body when it whispers, you won't have to hear it scream, and then it may be too late. Dan Millman. So, two messages from this quote. Number one is very applicable to me for today and yesterday and probably for the next week or so. Now, while I'm healing, while I'm preparing, while I'm preventing myself from overexerting so I don't have to deal with the worst of the symptoms of this poisoning, I need to listen to my body. Nurse Lana reminded me today. I said, I told her, the nausea was real. I really couldn't do very much yesterday. It was a big deal. And it's only day 3, and usually day 7 is the bad day. So what's day 7 going to be like? I'm already borrowing trouble. My troubles with this borrowing trouble. So I'm trying to listen to my body as it whispers. Be kind, be gracious. Just let me chill. I can't handle it right now. So I'm really working very hard on listening to my body. So that's number 1. Number 2, I think I've said this before. When something doesn't feel right in your body, you need to listen. You need to listen. You need to advocate for yourself. You need to take action. And then you need to find a support team. I used to put up a post in October for breast cancer awareness. And I used to say something along the lines of, listen to your body, then find a doctor that listens to you. And it's a little broader than that. That's why I say find a support team, because you need your family to support you. You need your family and friends to support you. You need to find a doctor. And if that doctor's not the one for you, find a new doctor. And if you have a doctor, but it's not the right doctor for what your issue is, like a breast surgeon, for example, then say, listen, I went to talk to Mary and she wasn't it. I need somebody else. Who else? If they don't have any other suggestions, get out there, Ask the questions in Facebook. Ask the questions in Reddit. Wherever you need to be to get your answers. So that's kind of my words of wisdom there. So in the short term, we need to listen to our body. If we're not having a good day, it could be physical, it could be mental, there could be all kinds of issues. We need to listen. We need to take a step back. We need to be gracious. We need to allow ourselves to heal. We need to give ourselves the space to grow, to be who we need to be. But the second, more important one, and I think actually what this quote was referring to, is when something doesn't feel right, listen. Do something. Right? Don't ignore the symptoms. Don't ignore something's not quite right. Listen. Advocate. Take action. Now, I think I've alluded to here that I felt like I might have not listened for a little longer than typical because I kind of confused some of my symptomology. I wasn't really sure if the things that I was experiencing had to do with something going on in my body, or if I was feeling a little blue from the whole COVID situation or what was going on. Now, that's not to say I ignored any symptoms. All my physical symptoms, as soon as they occurred, with the possible exception of my significant decrease in energy, I went to my doctor multiple times. I went to urgent care. I spiked a fever in September. Went to urgent care to get tested for COVID. We tested a few things. I forget all of them. Flu and some other stuff. And everything was negative, but yet I wasn't right. I called my doctor later that same week because I didn't feel like I had recovered from that. And we were kind of just, we're going to follow it. And then a month later was when the onset of the pain that precipitated the CT scan that found this cancer. So again, listen. Now, in retrospect, were the night sweats because I was menopausal or because I had lymphoma? Probably lymphoma, right? But I didn't know that at the time. And there's other clues and symptoms that I might have missed for various reasons. But again, all I can ask of you is that you listen. Try to listen. And now I'm not endorsing hypochondria, but do listen. You know your body. You're the one that knows it the best. If it doesn't feel right, if there's something that's not right, you got to listen and try and figure it out. And get a support team together to help you, whether it's your doctors, whether your family, whomever it is. You need a support team. Get it going and address it. Don't ignore it. I believe that my secret to success with cancer, this is my third one, is that I listen. I listen early and I address things. I don't pretend it's not happening. So these are my words of wisdom for you. I hope that they help. And they're particularly effective, and I hope they help me. Remember to listen to my body right now and give it grace to heal. And fingers crossed, this is my last cycle of poisoning for this cancer. And now I can start to focus. Tomorrow, well, we'll talk about that in a minute. All right, let's keep going. So I've already alluded to how I'm doing. I'm struggling with the nausea, the physical limitations. I'm trying to really listen to my body and be proactive about not overexerting it. But it is difficult to be this limited this early in cycle. To my knowledge, no angel deliveries today. Doctor news, I have to go into the center tomorrow for chemo. I am finishing my last chemo bag in the infusion pump right now as we speak. So that one was today. I got my last bag, and Nurse Lana also did my pick dressing change. So that's kind of the news. The medication tomorrow is Cytoxin or cyclophosphamide, I think is the long term. This is the one I don't do well with at all, in my opinion. I will be asking for extra fluid tomorrow. I did pretty well today, ingesting more fluid, better than I've done the last couple days, trying to ramp up for tomorrow, get as much fluid in to flush it out as much as possible. So that's where we're at right now. All right, let's talk about my to-do list. Today I worked. It was a bit of a struggle. I did get some things done, not as much as I would have liked. I hydrated very well. I had my dressing change. I had my bag change. I continued to load the dishwasher. It's just about ready to run. I actually got some charity miles in today that did not get dropped. I did charity miles and the podcast. No problem. So I'm not sure what's up there. And then my final was, I decided today I don't like the crochet project I was working on. I liked what I was working on. I didn't like the yarn with the whatever. I'm tearing it all out. So I'll use that yarn for something else another day. But it was a good exercise in active meditation. So no harm, no foul. Plus I do like the pattern. So maybe I'll use some of my bamboo yarn to do it in the future. We'll see. Okay, my to-do must list for tomorrow. Work, hydrate, and go to the clinic for Cytoxin. Sad, sad face. That's it. There is a robotics meeting tomorrow night. We'll see how I'm doing by then. I am very worried based on how I'm feeling now, how the Cytoxin's going to hit. My to-do would love to do is clean and laundry. We'll see how that all rides. Not holding my breath. So charity miles, we did a great job as a team. We still have 19 on our team. We've collectively moved 1,751 miles. Excellent. And this is our team name if you're interested in joining us. There's also a link down below in the description. So I think, just checking the list, sorry guys. I think that's all I have for you today. So if you're just here for story time, thank you so much for joining. And we really appreciate your love and support. We will see you tomorrow. you. Remember, every day is a gift. Live it. See you tomorrow.